Hello everybody, my name is Liam and I was badly wrong when I released a video about a month ago now, maybe a little bit more than that, about Charles Leclerc leaving Ferrari. As you can see on the screen right now, I bet if you are an F1 fan, you have heard nothing but this for the past, what's it been, a week? Friday the 2nd, just a bit less than a week now. But this on your screen has been the massive headline going around the F1 world. It's been crazy. He decided to drop this at the most incredible time, obviously, when the football transfer news was going on and the transfer news in footy was dead, and they just started to tune in and talk about Hamilton leaving Mercedes and joining Ferrari instead of actual football clubs because it was that dead. Like, Prem was spending nothing. It was terrible for the Prem. But I think everyone's just scared because of what happened to Everton, unfortunately. Haha, unlucky. Anyway, moving on from that, let's talk about F1. So this move is unbelievable. I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw it. I've had a little in-depth talk with my friend Jake over on the last video that I uploaded on the channel. If you want to go and check that out, link will be in the description down below. And yeah, we just talk about this whole move, what it means for F1, what it means for the other drivers involved, like Carlos Sainz. Will Vettel come out of retirement? Who knows? There's been a lot of speculation about that. Him coming out of retirement, going to Mercedes because German team. Yep, you know the deal. Anyway, so we're looking here at a Sky Sports article based on Lewis Hamilton leaving Mercedes and joining Ferrari come the 2025 Formula 1 season. As you can see on your screen right now, there is the man himself. I still can't fully see him in red. It's going to be very strange. You can see here, so it says Hamilton's current contract with Mercedes is due to expire at the end of 2025, but will depart the team after the season and replace Carlos Sainz at Ferrari, which is very unfortunate for Sainz because I thought this season just gone, he'd done really well. He proved himself in the team. He put down solid performances. He got the win in where did he get the win? Oh my god, I feel like an idiot now. Singapore. Why couldn't I think about that at the top of my head? That was stupid. Yeah, he kept Lando behind him. It was a very good win, very strategic. He done very well for the team. Now, the keeper Leclerc. There's definitely a argument to have about this decision because Leclerc, I mean, his performances last year weren't the best. Yes, he was decent enough to keep him in the running, but I don't know. Like, yeah, he was consistent. Some would say consistently shit, but that's just because of the high expectations we have of him now. Like, he's become a household name in Ferrari, in Formula 1 in general, and everyone just sees him as this big driver. He could do big things. He could win a World Drivers' Championship, and everybody knows this. Leclerc is definitely capable of doing this, but also so is Sainz. And if you say he's not, you're wrong. I'm sorry, you are wrong. Carlos Sainz definitely has the attitude. He has the push behind him, the motivation to go out and do that. No doubt in my mind. He just, I don't care if I'm saying this out loud. I don't care. You can say what you want, but he hasn't got the same opportunities in Ferrari as Leclerc has. I'm sorry. Through 2022, 2023, Leclerc has always been given the golden boy rules. He just has. Everything has been going to him, just like Verstappen at Red Bull. Everything's been piled onto him. Right, okay, pit stop strategy, everything has been Leclerc. Fuck you, Sainz. We don't care about you. Not quite that bad, but it has sort of been that. You know, you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, but moving on. So it says, the British driver has activated a release clause in his Mercedes contract, and Ferrari confirmed on Thursday evening that the 7-time world champion is joining them on a multi-year deal. So what does this actually mean? So this means we're going to have Hamilton in the sport for probably longer than what a lot of people thought, because, I mean, a lot of people, and myself included, kind of thought that he was going to just say, okay, my contract with Mercedes ends in 2025. I've been here since, what year has he been there since? 2011, 2012? I'm not too sure. Yeah, but he's been there for so long, a decade, and he's just turned around, and I thought he was going to just say, okay, I'm done. hold my hands up. I'm done now. But he's took it upon himself, because it's apparently been a childhood dream of his, following in Schumacher's shoes, to become a Ferrari driver. And who can blame him? You look at Ferrari, they are huge. F1, the red everywhere, the the Scuderia Ferrari, it's just that, you know what I mean? And I said it in the previous video, like I said, when I had the in-depth conversation with Jake. When you were a kid and you got told to draw a car, and you coloured it in, what colour did you colour it in? It was red, because it's just so iconic. The Ferrari red is just so iconic. And if you disagree, you disagree. But I mean, come on, let's be honest. So Mercedes employees in Brackley were informed of the news earlier on Thursday afternoon, before the official announcement from the team. So yeah, so the employees knew about it before, and I've seen the the announcement from Bono and shit, where he's just like, wow, I didn't expect it, it's kind of crazy, didn't expect it to happen. Mad, absolutely mad. But then, as we all know, Charles Leclerc signed a new contract with Ferrari last week, and will be Hamilton's teammate at Ferrari from next year. So it's just mad seeing this, and as you can see here, it says like the time is right. Hamilton activates merit release clause to join Ferrari. I mean, as you can see here, deadline day, it was all about him. Like, it was all about him. Transfer deadline day for like the Premier League, and this happened. This is what is talked about the most. It was crazy. But yeah, this article just goes on about, like, you know, he'll leave Mercedes at the end of 2024. He will replace Carlos Sainz. Hamilton signed a multi-year deal, and yeah, Hamilton and Sainz will keep racing for Mercedes and Ferrari respectively for the upcoming 2024 season, as we all know that have been going down. So he was linked to Ferrari for this year, but signed a new 2-year contract last summer alongside Mercedes teammate George Russell, staying until the end of 2025. Which is crazy, because, like, thinking of it, how will this Mercedes team react, and how will they go on without Hamilton? And people will say, well, George has been better than Hamilton in the past 2 years, which he hasn't. For one, stop it, you're wrong. And yeah, like, they'll just carry on, they'll get another driver, everything will be fine. But I don't think that is the case, because Hamilton has been their test driver. He's been reliable. He's been the one to put his career on the line and say, listen, I will do this to develop the car for the better, for the way, who knows. But he's been putting his time in, putting his races on the line, his qualifying sessions, his practice sessions on the line to try and get that car to where it should be. And it never got to that place, unfortunately. And we're here now going into the season, probably still not happy. And he's thinking, well, this move's on the horizon, so I can sort of be settled with that. I can be happy that that's happening in a year. But I've still got to make my time up here at Mercedes. I've still got a year left. And if this car is going to be awful, I've got to deal with it, which is going to be stressful for him. But yeah, it's mad. So we can see here Hamilton's 39 years old now. This is maybe his last opportunity to drive for Ferrari. He's previously talked about being happy to finish his career at Mercedes, with whom he has achieved so much, which, I mean, nobody can actually take that away from him. They've achieved so much together, him and Mercedes, but here we are. He said his idol, Ayrton Senna, never drove for Ferrari, and therefore you can have an iconic career without driving for them. Is it a gamble in pure racing terms? He's had 2 winless years, and yeah, exactly. I think it is time for him to move. I think it is a good time for him to move and just join a team where he's always wanted to be. You can see some pictures of him and Leclerc here together. But I've also found another article from Planet F1 right here, and it came out yesterday, and Charles Leclerc shocked and disappointed by Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari deal. It's a report. So it says Charles Leclerc was said to be in the know and welcoming of Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari, but a fresh report in the Italian press claims that is not the case. It says Leclerc will now have a Ferrari teammate come 2025, in a move that very few saw coming, me included, as Hamilton activated an exit clause in his 2-year Mercedes deal, only signed last August, to seal his future move to the Scuderia. Hamilton will take place of Carlos Sainz, which you already know. We don't need to know this. But here we go. Charles Leclerc and management blindsided by Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari. So Ferrari's future pairing does offer up an interesting dynamic. Their Star Academy graduate and poster boy for the pursuit of fresh title success in Leclerc, having just recently signed a new Ferrari contract, who will now find himself up against a 7-time world champion and F1 icon, Lewis Hamilton, who, assuming he does not taste F1 2024 title success, will chase that record-breaking 8th win with Ferrari in 2025, which is true. I mean, you can't deny it. He will be after that. If he's got like 2 or 3 years left in Ferrari, he will be just chasing it, no doubt. Ferrari futures pairing. Sorry, I've just read that. I'm dumb. Nonetheless, initial reports in the Italian press had claimed that Leclerc knew about the Hamilton talks and welcomed the chance to test himself against Formula One's most successful driver. Corriere dello Sport, though, was different. The publication reports that Leclerc and his management were shocked and disappointed by Ferrari's decision. At the time he signed the contract extension with an undefined expiration, Leclerc and co had no idea what was about to happen. Mad. That is crazy when you think about it. Like, they didn't even warn Leclerc. They didn't tell Leclerc after just signing a contract with the team. Like, wow. That is stunning to me. The fact that that can actually happen. They're not even going to talk to the other teammates about it. But it is claimed they've kept quiet on the matter as to not reveal a weakness. I don't understand that. Reveal a weakness? What weakness? Okay. I mean, what, like, Leclerc's going to be in the gym shivering in his boots? Shiver me timbers. Lewis Hamilton's going to be a part of the team come 2025. Oh. And what? And what? Like, as a driver, like, Leclerc's caliber, I feel like he's not going to, like, sit there just shaking in the corner of the room thinking Hamilton's going to be my teammate. I'm done for. I feel like he's going to use it as a benchmark and try and go harder than Hamilton. I don't know. That's just me, but come on. So, Hamilton recently took to social media to shed further light on his shock decision to swap Mercedes for Ferrari, explaining that he has taken the plunge to realise his childhood dream of racing for Ferrari. He said, "It's been a crazy few days which have been filled with a whole range of emotions. But as you all know, after an incredible 11 years at Mercedes, the time has come for me to start a new chapter in my life, and I'll be joining Ferrari in 2025. I feel incredibly fortunate after achieving things with Mercedes that I could have only dreamed of as a kid, that I now have the chance to fulfill another childhood dream, driving in Ferrari Red." Mercedes boss Toto Wolff told media, including PlanetF1.com, that thought has not yet turned to the type of driver they will target to replace Hamilton, with anyone from a rookie to an experienced F1 star possible at this stage. So it's quite interesting because, like I say, when I talked to Jake about it in that in-depth like little talk that we had about it on the last video, we never seem to bring up the fact that Schumacher is the test driver for Mercedes, and none of us brought that up, which is wild because that seems to me like in our heads we don't seem that he has the caliber. He's just not at that stage yet. He's not at that level to take Hamilton's place, which for me personally, thinking on it now, like now I've actually brought up the point, I don't think he has. I think he's got a lot of skill. I think he's got it there, and if he pushes himself, I think he could get it. He needs to be in more test sessions. I think that he maybe should take the step down to F2 again and maybe compete there and go with it again. Get that experience behind him. Get that motivation and still kind of be in the Mercedes circle. And then see what happens after a year maybe or two. But as of right now, all I can think is like Vettel coming out of retirement, and also Esteban Ocon, which is what Jake said. That just seems like the most likely like possibilities at the moment. But this is mad. This is mad to think that like Charles Leclerc has been disappointed, so with his team. But what does that actually mean? Because it doesn't say that they're disappointed that Hamilton's actually coming to the team. He's not disappointed that he'll have to race against them. It kind of just says he's disappointed because they weren't told about it. And there's some comments here saying like Charles will be fine. You know, Ferrari only cared about the Constructors' Championships, having 2 alpha dogs at the wheel. May not gain either one of them a World Driver Championship, but it bodes well for Ferrari's World Constructors' Championship. That is the #1 goal and the job of the team to win a World Constructors' Championship for Ferrari. And fast, I mean, I think he's got it completely right. But I thought this was a very, very interesting article. I mean, you will have to let me know down in the comments below what you think. But, I mean, there we are. There we are. It's been an interesting time for F1, and we are less than a month away from the season beginning now. We're having some car reveals. We've had Williams. You can see it on the side of the article there. We've had the Steak Kick Formula One Sauber, whatever it's called, team. We've had Haas. Yeah, and we've had McLaren, kind of. Not the car reveal. We've had the livery, though. It's kind of weird the way they do that. They did that, but hey, I'm not here to judge. But anyway, that is that for now. Crazy things going on in F1. Who would have thought? F1 having another crazy season? Who would have thunk it? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It's always much appreciated. And I will see you for the start of the F1 season in like 23 days? 23 days. Wow. It's coming soon. But it's my birthday on February the 17th, though, so I'll be celebrating that soon. I'll be celebrating that before. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.